Hey, a little Friday night action here at Truth Between Lines. I figured it was a good time and I have better things to do, but I wanted to be here with you. So, hey, God, I feel like this week had an amazing hit as far as so much happening. I mean, just overall, with a lot of stuff in the news, all different kinds of stories overall. You got Pam Bondi today or yesterday, too. I mean, just in front of Congress there is just some amazing stuff happening in the country. And I haven't heard a lot of international stuff, which is kind of odd at the same time. It's like, all right, well, typically one after the other, but that's kind of where we're at right now. So let me just set up everything a little bit better here on Restream. Hopefully everybody's coming through on YouTube. Put the chat here going. So let's make sure it sounds good. Yeah. All right. I think we're good. All right. So we're going to get going. Let me take a minutes, obviously, to get people in here real quick. It is a Friday night. It is, how people find me. All the alerts will be sent out and that sort of stuff. I actually have another friend of mine who is out there right now, probably live as well, if he's still on. He might be done. Prosperity Lounge. I don't know. But no, it seems like he is off. Well, it still shows he's live, actually. So, again, I'm just kind of waiting a little bit. We'll figure it out. But that is interesting, though. All right. But, yeah, is Pam Bondi still – I mean, obviously, it's late on a Friday. I'm wondering how late they're going to keep them on a holiday weekend with – let's see. Just in. Now we have 50 Senate votes for the Save America Act. Vice President can swoop in and break the tie, enshrining ID. All we need to have is Senator John Thune force Dems to standing filibuster and outlast them for hours. Make them debate against the 85-15 issue of voter ID on the Senate floor. Make the mainstream media cover it. Flood the airways. Democrats oppose voter ID. The political pain will grow so much. Democrats will lose. We could pass with 50 votes plus JD. Susan Collins being the number 50, huh? What do you guys think about that? Coming out of Republican from Maine. Republican in name, but that, I don't know. It's shown. I don't know if is this live right now? Is anybody else watching this besides hanging out with me? But yeah, Susan Collins. We are now 50 guaranteed votes with JD Vance, enough to pass this. Wow. And what is that? Oh, and I'm watching curling too, where Canada's cheating. What is that all about? Come on. I guess that's what you do. That's what you do. Big Willie, if your ass's wife. A lot of things happening on X. Attacked federal agents. Wow. Huh. A lot of things happen. All right. Hey, sorry. Yeah, I got completely distracted. What is it, Lilf? Lil. Sorry. I was actually just watching X on a few things and waiting for people to jump in here. So, hey, we can talk about whatever you want to. I was going to talk about what happened this week and what we saw. I did a couple of headlines happening. I did a whole bunch of shorts this week. It just feels like everything went down this week. It was absolutely crazy. You got the Winter Olympics going on. Again, you got the Clintons. You got the things happening with Pam Bondi right now over the Epstein files. You got the jobs report that came out. You got the federal jobs. Again, the Olympics, they did a report on that, which was pretty cool. We can talk. The Housing for 21st Century Act is going through the developments. I mean, you name it. So again, you talk about whatever you want to do, which is perfect. Michael, welcome back. You asked me that question. What was it, last night or 2 nights ago? Again, anyway, yeah, I told you that one's a little out there. The other ones I answered for you. I was very clear and very honest about those answers. That one we can't do much with that question. So just be aware of that. But anyway, if you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Brian. I'm here at Truth Between Lines. Been running this channel since March. Learned a ton of information about a lot of different stuff, including technology and how much I hate it. So that is always fun to do and move forward on that one. But And now I'm getting text or something, I think. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So it is amazing. Will silver go up? Oh yeah. Well, silver hit an all-time high, right? The other, what was that? That was 2 weeks ago, I want to say it was. So will it go up? Yes, it'll go up. Just a matter of when, though. I mean, everything in life in general is going to go up just due to natural inflation and the amount of stuff going on, unless you find a whole bunch of supply of silver somewhere in the world, which could happen, could hit a mine. But yeah, would I buy it now though? Probably not. Not at this moment. Not being as high as it was. And I'm not giving you financial advice, but there's my opinion. So I'll give you that. Yeah, that would be interesting. But when it hit its all-time high, you kind of got to look at why. Why did it hit its high? Why did it hit its high now, January of 2026? Just because, what happened? Does President Trump, obviously he's already been in office for a year, so it wasn't him. Something changed with the dollar, which kind of maybe is going on with that. Venezuela happened, so the price of oil changed. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could attribute to silver hitting its all-time high. But what is that one thing, and can it be duplicated overall? That's kind of the question on that one. So that's a really legitimate question, Michael. That's a good one, and I'll actually put that up there. But that's kind of the thing. We just don't know. But I guarantee it will go up. It's just a matter of when will it go up. But that's kind of the whole synopsis on that one. But good question. Very good question on that one. But I was talking about the jobs report in one of the shorts. Actually, did live Thursday afternoon, I want to say. There was so much, it seemed, happened Thursday that I went live Thursday afternoon, which I've never done before. Didn't do a whole lot because no one was live on a Thursday afternoon. No one cared. But everybody's just watching what else was happening in the world. But then I retaped that whole video and did it on one of my videos. So you can watch that too if you want to. But overall, the jobs report, over 170,000 private sector jobs, which is absolutely phenomenal overall. They thought it was going to be around 130,000. So the fact that 40,000 more went into the industry of that thing, that's huge. That's huge. And they thought it was going to be 68,000 overall. But anyway, a lot of stuff happening with that one, and it can really be attributed to the flip side is the federal jobs numbers went down. If you're following that, so federal jobs numbers lowest level since 1966, if you can believe that. Lyndon B. Johnson was president in 66. And we haven't had the lowest federal. So some people they came out at me and they're like, hey, that just means people are on the streets, homeless, where they don't have jobs. And I'm like, no, just because the federal government isn't using taxpayer money to pay for salaries, that doesn't mean crap as far as the actual thing, because I'm all for that. And because what I want to see is privatization of the government, less government for that matter, libertarian. And it's good to see less, because I think with automation, AI for one thing, and just being able to, use computers. Let's just be real. They have the mines in Pennsylvania and all the other things that actually are real that you would think were conspiracy theories, but are actually real. Why aren't we doing more of that? And why are we doing that? Don't even know their gender. Michael, that might be delayed. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about on that one. Remind me. I said a lot right there in the last 5 minutes. And there is, to be honest, there is probably, I want to say at least a 10-second delay, because I'm doing this on Restream, and then Restream's got to be up, sent to YouTube or however they do it. But there's just a delay. So if I'm talking fast, by the time you guys are done actually typing, it might take a minute to actually get to the screen for me. So you might have to remind me a few times what exact moment you're talking about on that one. But anyway, glad to have you here. And if you follow me for the first time, we're hitting about 10 minutes. Please like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. I'd love to go over 600 subscribers today. That would be great. I think I'm at 496 when I checked in. So, we talk a lot about politics, but we can certainly talk about whatever you want to. That's not a problem. I'm open to anything. I can't say I know everything, but and if I don't know something, I'm going to write it down. And I'm going to find out, and I'll probably maybe follow up later on. I like to learn from the audience too. We got people running here from all over the world, and they give me subjects to talk about, and go down that rabbit hole. And if I can report it the best way I possibly can and tell you the truth between lines, that's what I'll do. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing. So There you go. All right. So who is this? This is, well, I'm going to mess your name up, but I'm Sapanta. Hi, I understand supporting Trump as a politician, but as a person, I mean, it was on Epstein files. Okay. Hey, great question. That's a fantastic question. All right. Let's put that up there. Great question. So the idea behind it is this, and I'll say it, and I've been saying this since 2015, before he even came down the golden escalator. Trump is not my guy that I want to hang out with on a Friday night. I don't want to hang out with him on a Saturday night. I'm not calling him to watch the football game. Like, I get all that stuff, but I'm telling you right now, supporting him as president, who's running, making the decisions to keep everyone safe, to keep the financial economy afloat. I just went through the numbers as far as job numbers. I don't know if you heard that or not. But going through all the good stuff that he's doing as the president of the United States, for me, again, it's not about the person. It's about the actual seat. Now, you say he's in the Epstein files. Thanks, Jim H. Appreciate that. But you say he's in the files. Yeah, he's in the files. He's the one that called the cops on Epstein. I mean, that's it. If he was in there, well, I'm going to go to the chat in a minute. I'm going to finish my statement here. Sorry, I got sidetracked reading the chat. But if he's in the files, why didn't Joe Biden release it? Joe Biden had 4 years to release Trump's name, and he would have. They threw everything they possibly could at Trump. And if he was legitimately in a negative way in the Epstein files, it would have came out by now. Let's just be honest. It would have slipped. It would have came out. It would have been done. So you can believe whatever you want to and all that stuff. And yeah, is he a womanizer? Is he a jerk? Is he a misogynist? Probably all those things. But when people start throwing around rapists and all that other crap, no, he's not. The guy's never even sipped alcohol in his life. When you're rich, women do things when you're rich. I mean, he was funny when he released that book of all the letters and things that he got from all of his fans over the years before he ran for president. That was a very telling book that people now are so against him because he's president, but they loved him when he wasn't. So there's my long answer to that question. I hope that helped. So Michael, but Trump would be so fun to party with. I mean, granted, he's a billionaire, so he would be fun. Yes, I agree, Michael. Would I want to overall do that? No. If Trump called me and said, hey, would you like to go to dinner? Would you like to go anywhere? Well, except for Epstein Island, but would you like to hang out with an Air Force One or come to the White House? Sure. Yep, I will do that. But that's about all. So anyway, Stuart Gorham, welcome to the chat. Appreciate that. Well, will a former federal worker who has never had to be productive to the extent of increasing profitability for a company be considered a good hire? Just something to think about. Former federal worker who are you speaking of somebody in particular, Stuart? What are you talking about? Has never had to be productive to the extent of increasing profitability. I mean, I would say overall no, but man, that's a loaded question. I have to slow down on that one. What would Trump have to do to lose your loyalty for Daddy Trump? Overall, that's a big, long question. Hell, he's done so much. I'm still following him on this point, but I would probably say, all right, here's my real answer for that one. And let me. Sorry, I see the chat going, but I'm gonna answer question by question if you guys don't mind. But at the end of the next 3 years of his 4-year term, if Trump does not put people in prison the way I want him to put people in prison, if he doesn't, if he doesn't do certain things like follow the rule of law, that's going to be my problem. But I'm going to wait 3 years. My whole idea behind this thing is he is just setting it up to knock them all down eventually. And the whole thing. And I'm hoping, I'm talking Fauci, I'm talking the Clintons, I'm talking, James Comer, but there's a lot of people out there that really cause a lot of problems for this country overall. And it's only so that they can get their own power. And that's what I want to see down. Now, if they don't go down, that's when I'm going to look back and wonder what could have been happening differently. So there's your answer on that one. So, all right. So, cool. You get that? Makes sense. Good. Thank you. Let's see. So why is he beefing with Canada? Well, yeah. Is it Harpreet? Why is he beefing with Canada? That's a real question, actually. So he's beefing with Canada right now because Canada's talking to China. That was the whole thing. That might have been a week old, though, as far as my information goes. But Canada can't talk to China. We can't have China in the Western Hemisphere. We can't do it. And if Canada is giving China any benefits at all, No, you can't do that. So anyway, by the way, if you're just checking in for the first time, please put in the chat where you're from. Just kind of know, just so I know just where you're at. Don't give me a give me a ballpark, be a state or a country and everything else. All right, he's funny. Yeah, Trump's like, okay, good. Hey, Sister O'Peep, good to see you again, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Stuart, good to see you. Well, I talked to Stuart already. Never mind. You're okay for the shelter of pedophiles? Let's see. Should we get the BS ready? So you are okay for shelter of pedophiles? No, that's why I like ICE. That's why I love having ICE taking all those pedophiles out of Minneapolis and absolutely crushing what's happening. I was actually sad to hear that Operation Metro is ending, but at the same time, I mean, you knew Operation Metro was in Minneapolis was going to end eventually, just because they would get all the people and move on. It's not like ICE is going to camp out in Minneapolis for the rest of the year. I mean, that's just stupid. So I'm not. And then as far as pedophiles go, no, Joe Biden was a complete pedophile. We all know that. He sniffed children and he bathed with his granddaughter. What else do you want? I mean, that's ridiculous. So no, I'm not okay. Not at all. All right. So should we get the gas ready? well, yeah, start pumping. Drill, baby, drill, right? Do you know that every Western country has trade deals with China? No. So, yeah, Saigo to Texas. I don't know if that's Saigo, Texas. I don't know if something right. Anyway, yes, they have deals, but it's a big difference between what the deals are and what Canada was talking about. So that's the thing. So Harpreet from Toronto, thank you for putting that in there. Yeah. So are you the one that actually asked that question about Trump? And yeah, it was you. Okay. So anyway, that's my opinion. Harpreet, if you have something different than that, let me know, because I'm actually curious. I mean, if you live there, I'm curious what Canadians are actually saying about that whole thing. Trump is King Pedo. Okay. Well, good luck with that. That's not happening, but all right. Let's see. I think it's Sapanta. I'm not even sure. I live in Iran. I hope Trump save our people from his filthy regime. As much as I don't think he is not a good guy, we need someone to save us. You know, and that's the funny thing about it too, is like you got these stupid left-wing liberal idiots running around saying Trump is a horrible guy. Then you got people from Iran who are like, and England for that matter, who will tell us like, we need Trump in our country. We wish Trump was one of ours. And you know, that's the problem with that. But, and then what? Peanut butter comes back. Trump is sheltering pedophiles by obscuring Epstein files. Okay, then Biden is too. So are you okay with pedo shelter? No, I wasn't okay with that at all. I think maybe you missed my entire answer about the Minneapolis thing. I think you completely blew through that. I don't know. Yeah, so pay attention to what's going on. I mean, I didn't even mention the Epstein files directly. So peanut butter, freaking pay attention, man. You're getting behind here. Like, I know there's a delay in the channel and all that. I get it, but like, catch up. All right, so well, then Saigo, maybe you didn't hear my whole scenario as far as what I was talking about when I did the whole thing on that one. But all right, so Michael, how do we fix the Indian problem? Well, I would imagine by the name Harpreet Singh that he's probably from India too. I'm not going to make assumptions, but that's one of them. I did look that up because maybe you brought that up the other night. That was a big thing. I didn't realize there's over 1 billion people in India. I did not know that. There's like 1.17 or something like that from India, 1 billion people. I thought that was crazy, but yeah, well, I mean, mass migration is pretty much a problem for the majority of the countries that allow migration to come in there. And whether they have a strong wall, that's kind of the whole thing on that one. But all right, so Harpreet, Canada is only trying to get us some trade options and is not a free trade agreement. Canada is trying to sell agricultural products. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, and you and I mean, I don't know where you're at in the political government world, but at the same time, it's a matter of, yeah, we can talk about that all day, but what are the actual real numbers that are going over the whole thing? Like, what are the real numbers? So, yeah, but I you know, I mean, that was all talk too. I believe that was probably talk. I don't know if that was a negotiation tactic by Canada in order to maybe get a better trade deal, maybe kind of pressure America to kind of say, hey, you know, we have this other option. It's called China. We can go to them. And America was like, no, you can't. You can't do that. Not at all, because we're going to do this to you. And so maybe it went back on that thing at all. So I don't know. But I just glossed over it. Maybe you, again, Saigo, Texas, maybe you missed the entire thing I said because I was literally going on about the whole thing. I'm blind to Trump corruption. Fantastic. Have a nice night. See you later. Why does Israel have so much control on America? Yeah, Michael, that's a good question on that one. let me just finish up. Trump is Epstein files profusely. Yeah, because he basically called the police on Epstein. So that happened. Yes. Trump is a confirmed sex offender. No, those are civil charges. He wasn't a sex offender. He's not a felon. I mean, you could say the 34 felons, but let's be honest. Peanut butter, do better than that, buddy. Do better. Why does Israel have so much control on America? You know, that was a lot of, there was another guy, a few guys I know actually that were talking a lot about that and what was happening with Israel's control. I actually really don't know. And the funny thing is, you know, the deeper I get into Israel and the relationship with the United States, the more I don't understand. Because when we got so embedded with Ukraine, you know, like I kind of get that. You got the communism, you know, you got Russia, and you got the bunch of old guys that in Congress that don't like Russia because of the, you know, Cold War and the Red Scare and all that stuff. So I kind of got that. There's more of a legacy thing going on there. But then like Israel fighting for the only democracy that's actually or inside of the Middle East, is that enough for them to control us? And yeah, I don't, Michael, I don't know quite the answer to that, because I see all of those factions and I don't know. And I mean, I don't know. For as small as Israel is, they are a nuclear power, though. So, I mean, we have to be respectful of their nuclear power just because. That's why we don't want Iran to actually have that. They hold almost all the money. Yeah, I mean, there's ties going back with it. It's just all of that. So yeah, I mean that's it. If it boils down to just who has the most money, yeah, that's kind of the problem. I could see that happening. I don't know. That is the hard thing. I would like to think more of that, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with that one. Hey, you know what's weird? I missed a few things. There's one. Yeah, there's Jennifer. Is it Jennifer Walker, 8113? Hey, welcome to the chat. Appreciate it. But yeah, everything comes back to Israel. That's kind of what we're finding. That's kind of the overall thing we're doing it too. And then I missed a few. You are suffering heavy cognitive dissonance. Sounds good. It's my channel. You guys have a good night. See you, peanut butter. Canada sold 6 million metric tons of canola to China. Yeah. Well, but did America care? Did we want canola? That's kind of the thing now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, fantastic. Here we go again. If some dude sexually assaulted your daughter, would you be okay with that guy if he was only found guilty in civil court for sexual assault of your daughter? No, because my daughter would know better than to put herself in that position. So there's that too. So anyway, I don't know why you're still sticking around here anyway, but I am answering your questions. So there you go. Anyway, Stuart, Israel doesn't. Okay, good. Stuart's a longtime friend and ally of the channel. Thanks for Stuart for sticking around. Israel doesn't have control over America. They are a key ally that helps squelch the instability in oil-rich region. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one too. Yeah, they killed Jesus. Wow. All right, kind of says it all right there. Wow, Michael, man, you are on fire with comments tonight. But yeah, Stuart, that kind of came back to my democracy and republic and in the Middle East, as opposed to having kings, which obviously, no kings. Having kings are really bad, says a lot of people that go ahead and march on street corners for no reason at all. Victim blaming, shameful. All right, sounds good. Great, peanut butter, awesome. Great. Anyway, I said what I said, and I thought I was pretty clear in the beginning. I don't know why you keep bringing it up, the same stupid argument. So anyway, all right. So I'm gonna put that one up. No, I'll put that one up there. There you go, Stuart. So yeah, you are right with the money thing, though. I mean, but Israel doesn't have oil reserves, though, overall. You're talking about the actual region itself, the oil in the Middle East, because I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does Israel actually, that's maybe a Google question. Does Israel actually have oil? Not that we would care, because we have our own. And what's going on with Venezuela? I'm curious, really, if you want to switch the things. So invite the dude who sexually assaulted your daughter to dinner. Okay. Michael, I'm Catholic, actually, if that matters. If you want to be more specific than just Christian. Cuba. I'm actually curious to find out what's happening with Cuba, because they should have ran out of oil by now, but I have not checked on that lately to see what's happening with that. So Cuba, you want to talk about Cuba crisis and oil. That's a big thing. That's kind of a loaded question on that one. Once you learn about Jesus, everything makes sense. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Well, you know what? Here's Michael. Actually, I would say I would go further than that, Michael. It's not once you learn about him. It's once you trust and you give your life to him. How about that? Does that make a little more sense on that one? But so I would go on that route. So if that helps you a little bit more on that, some of the other questions you were asking me the other night, do that. I don't like how they worship statues and the Pope. Yeah. Well, I agree on that. The idolatry. Is that idolatry? One of those things where it's not necessarily the statue you're actually worshiping, but it's more of the tangible thing that you see in front of you. And people can wrap their minds around a tangible thing that they're looking at and they can touch or move around, as opposed to just saying, up here. So I would kind of say that whole grasp of that thing. The Pope, though, I mean, yeah, I I don't want to get myself in trouble with the good Lord about that one, but that would be kind of interesting to say. But I'm not a big fan overall of a lot of stuff. But the problem with being a Pope, I mean, he's got the whole world. He's got is there 7 or 8 billion people in the world now? I can't remember what's the world population. What is the world population, everybody? Fill me in here. What's the world population? Any guesses? Population. 2026. 8.2. God. All right. So it's so the world population in 2026 estimated approximately 8.27 to 8.3 billion people. So I mean, that's who the Pope has to actually pay attention to. So what's good here in America might not be good in some other country overall. I mean, overall, but when he comes out there, yeah. No, I said 8 billion. I thought you said you were 13. No, there's 8 billion people, according to Copilot search. Just say according to Copilot search right now. But daily there are roughly 363,000 births a day with 174,000 deaths, resulting in a net increase of approximately 187,000 people per day, or nearly 130 people per minute globally. Wow, 130 people are born every minute. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. So what was I talking about? Oh, talking about the Pope. Yeah. I don't want to be overall too negative with the Pope at all. So that's kind of one of those things that I don't want to be. Okay, I'm sure he's watching right now. I'm sure he's taking over the Vatican in Italy, and he's like, hey, yeah, let's check out some YouTube channels tonight. Why not? It's probably already Saturday morning there, but anyway, that is funny. All right, so what else has happened in the world, or the country for that matter, or whatever happening? But let me know. By the way, if you're just joining me for the first time, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. That'd be fantastic if we could get that going. That'd be fun. But yeah, always the likes. Again, I'm taking notes too on subjects maybe I don't know or whatever too. So let me know. Oh, here we go. So I did my share on the birth rate. Actually, Stuart, I didn't. I actually just replaced myself with 2. So my wife and I just had 2. That was it. So we replaced ourselves, but we didn't add to it. But what about when they transfer rapists to different locations? Which specifically thing are you talking about? You're talking about illegal immigrants that they're catching up in. If they're talking about people that are illegally here that are causing problems, is that, I don't know if that you're talking about that indirectly. I don't know, but all right. Millionaire Trust. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining us here. X Gold Mining. All right. So if you want to ask a question about my X Gold Mining, if you would like to ask a question about me, come down and say hello. I love the chat. Well, hey, exactly. We're here to chat too as well. I got you, Mike. Okay. So yeah, Michael, that makes sense. Thanks for following me up on that. I missed that one. So what about when they transfer rapists to different? So you're talking about literally like Catholic Church. Oh, there it goes. As I'm saying it, you're typing it in there. Yeah. That that's a big problem. I mean, that is a huge problem on so many levels for that matter. I mean, not only is it women, but boys too. I mean, yeah, that's a rough subject, Michael, man. You're getting us down a rabbit hole on that one. It's kind of hard. So Anyway, Sad Acorn, thanks for breaking that question up. Yes, I did. That was me. That was completely me. So, well, you never know who's going to run into this channel. So that's fantastic. That's awesome. But yeah, if you guys want to bring up something other than jovial issues with bowel movements, let me know. But I'm going to end up changing my thing here. So anyway, there is a lot going on, and it is just fantastic to share it with you. So let's put it that way. I wanted to change up a few things if I can. There we go. Change up my logo. You know, it's amazing what you can do on a computer versus what you do on your laptop. And versus your phone too, all three different things. All right, this country is going broke, subsidizing black families. Wow, Clayton. Okay, all right. Well, I'm not sure I'll go that far. But what abouts are numerous? Stuart, what does that mean? Clayton, I'm not sure if it's actually the black families that are doing a whole lot of stuff. I mean, that's a big stretch because there are still a lot of people that are doing well. I would more or less say the illegal immigrants that are doing it. I mean, I don't think we want to go down the rabbit hole of white privilege and everything because I don't believe in that. But if you're alluding to that, that's probably not weird, or probably weird anyway. Is the Earth flat or a globe, and why? There's a question we could actually have a discussion about. No, the world is a globe. Why? I mean, why is Cam's asking why is that? Why is the Earth a globe? Gravity? I'm gonna go with gravity. Yep. What is gravity? That's what I'll take for 200. But overall, yeah, we've already proven that pretty much. I mean, the flat Earth people are funny to me. There was that one report where literally a bunch of flat Earth people went out and they were going to prove that the Earth is flat. Like that, they went out to do that. That was their job, and they all took all the scientific information. They all went out there and like laid all this stuff out. And then all they did was prove that the fact that the world is round. That's literally what they proved. And they couldn't figure out why or how or anything else. But at the same time, they proved it was. So that was the funny thing about that one. So why do white people commit less violent crimes? Michael, man, all right. So Clayton brought that up. Clayton brought up the big question. Michael brought it home with that direct question. So, oh boy, that's a tough one. Why? Yeah, I don't know why. I actually don't know why. I would say if everybody knew why, if you want to tell me, put it in the chat. Let me know. But I don't think anybody understands why over the real reason. I mean, you can say there's a whole bunch of excuses, a whole bunch of things that people say, but at the end of the day, what would be the real thing? Jesus, Clayton. Clayton, all right, buddy. I'll read it. We should send all the blacks to El Salvador so the property values skyrocket. Wow, man. You never know what you're going to run into this thing. I tell you that right now. All right. So beyond the curve, that was hilarious. Okay. Thanks for bringing us back with a real question, Cam. I appreciate that. So good. All right. Hey, we're over 30 minutes, guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. At least give me the thumbs up, but I would love to have your support too with the subscribe too, because our champagne is not outdated. Says Stuart. That's good. Oh, hey, Error. Welcome to the chat. Welcome back to the chat. It's good to see you again. Error 911 in the house. That's cool. Long live the king. Well, I know you're not talking about me because there's no kings here. No kings here, Error. No. But anyway, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming back. You and Stuart are back too. I saw Cicero Pete, but he probably went off. I don't know. He was here earlier, and Michael came back too. So it's always cool to see the same names pop up. I think we can always kind of trust each other and have a good time with the whole thing too as well, which is awesome. But by the way, if you don't follow us too on X, True Social, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble. Did I say? Yeah, I think I got them all. Who told you to stream? Engine OG. Actually, the Prosperity Lounge actually told me that. Theist or atheist? What? Fuck, what? I don't even know what a theist is, to be honest with you. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know what a theist is. So what is a theist? What is that? One who believes in the existence of God, especially one who believes in a personal God, opposed to atheist. Okay. One who believes in the existence of a God, God is God. One who believes in the existence of God or gods. Oh, that's interesting. How does that differentiate from everything else? But theism is broadly defined as the belief in the existence of at least one deity in common parlance, or when contrasted with deism, the term often describes philosophical conception of God that is found in classical theism. All right, well, I guess I'll go with that one then. So if I had that for for 200, I'll say that one. Cam, I'm a Gemini. There you go, Aaron. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius, if that matters too. No, that's funny. That's good. Well, there's something. There's a new word I learned today. Am I MAGA? Yes, I am MAGA. Yep, for sure. You can't tell. Well, this way, you can't tell back here, there. I mean, was that really? I don't know. Was that really a question? Oh man, Michael, you asked me that question the other day, and I answered it for you, buddy. Man, you're repeating yourself. Maybe you forgot. Maybe you should not be on the chat that much. But yeah, you asked me the other question, and I completely asked that or answered that. I completely answered that. You asked it, I answered that. Let's not go through. Let's not rehash the same things going twice on that one. Engine though, are you MAGA? That's my question for you. There. Are they actually demonic or just retarded? Dude. You're making me laugh, but not in a good way, okay? Let's just put it that way. Engine, you got a rainbow. You're a rainbow? Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm not American, but I'm MAGA too. All right, Garrett. Yeah, there you go, Aaron. Remind me, Aaron, where are you from? Remind me. Just, again, tell me. Oh, no, you're from planet Earth. Are you the guy that told me you're from planet Earth? Is that you? I think I remember you from the other night. Most are amazed, but they think themselves to be God. Yeah. Yeah, I agree on that. But yeah, is that right, Aaron? Am I right, though? I try to remember everybody. I really do. I never forget anything, but I sometimes just don't remember. There's my answer to that one. But anyway, Engine and Michael should probably talk between the rainbow and the demonic or retarded. So that could be an interesting thing. Yeah, has anybody running up to Tim Waltz's house lately, yelling out the window? I thought that was hilarious. I don't know. I mean, on a bad note, but shit, Tim Waltz put people at risk. I'm telling you that right now. He put a lot of Americans at risk by his what he said and all the stuff that he was running his mouth about. So, hey, Arden. Hey, welcome. Good to see you, Arden. You're from Iran, and we were talking the other night. I want to thank you. Or what? Aren't you like 14 years old? You're learning English. So, yeah. Hey, welcome. I'm glad you made it back. That's cool. Very nice. Anything changed from, was it Wednesday you were here? I want to say I think it was Wednesday, but has anything changed since Wednesday? I'm hoping things got better. Thank you, Aaron. I'm going to put that one up there. Thanks. Yeah. Like I said, it's one of those things I try, yeah. Oh, look at Jennifer Walker. Why do people get on feeds just to put people down, get a life? Yeah, unfortunately, that's just their life. That's what they want to do, and that's what they enjoy doing. And it's funny because people think you're going to change my mind by having a chat like, oh, you're this, you're that. You need to think this way. And it's like, shit, come on now. Be honest with yourself. Oh, Garlic Nine, good to see you. Boys, what's the debate for today? We were just, thanks, Jennifer Walker. Appreciate it. Yeah, you got to be true to yourself, right? So what were we talking about? Actually, we were talking about Tim Waltz and Minneapolis and how we hate the people that are putting themselves at risk, which is the anti-ICE people running around. So that was the same on that one. But then Arden is actually, so Garlic Nan, if I'm saying that right, Garlic Nan, I'm gonna call you Garlic. If that's okay. I hope that's all right. Arden's from Iran. He was filling us up on what was going on in that country right now. So let me ask you: is your government are they communicating with you at all? I mean, is there? I mean, newspapers, news reports. We have obviously like CNN, NBC, Fox. I mean, do you have TV that's maybe not the government, but does government reports? Like, I hope I'm making sense. I'm trying to figure it out. I know there's a language barrier and all that stuff, so I'm just curious. But is the Iranian government actually telling you what's going on there or what's expected of you as well? That's my question. So I'll give you a minute to add. Why are the white countries fed diversity lies? Yeah. Michael, here's the honest question. I'll put that one up there. So this is the weird thing. I had this lady, and you can check this. I have a whole report that I did. You can check this. If you guys don't mind, watch one of these videos that I did because I answered that exact question that Michael just posted. It's called, I can't. I can't remember. It's the USA is the best. Now it's time to. I can't read the thing ends. That's it. The ellipsis. Or America is number one. Period. Go watch those two videos. Because here's the only thing. Here's the weird thing about what Michael just said. Of course, the scroll just went the whole way. Why are whites? When you watch the Olympics, okay, when you watch the actual opening ceremonies of the Olympics, and everybody walked out, and the Chinese walked out, you know what they look like? They look like Chinese. When the Germans walked out, they look like white German guys and girls. But when South America or Brazil, Ecuador, whatever country, Mexico walked out, they all looked exactly alike. But yet America comes out and I got this lady has a big argument with me. You can look at all because I use all of her stuff and I went all back and forth and I hate to kind of rehash it, but go watch that video because I specifically say what does it mean to have more minorities in the government? Her thing was other countries are doing better because they have more minorities in the government. I said, what are you talking about? If you go to a different country, you realize the white people could be less or the minority. So are you telling the other countries to put more white people into their governments to be better? See, the whole argument just falls apart. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. So anyway, that actually overall bothered me. Now coming back, that's why I had to make a whole video. It's like a 16-minute video that I had to do just to tell this to get off. You know what I mean? I'm like, just you need to, yeah. So there's that one. All right. So anyway, he got me on that one. Yeah, Stuart, I hear Iranians want another but more moderate form of Islamic leader to replace the current regime that would make them more like Saudi. Hey, Artwin, Arden, what do you think about that? What do you think about Stuart's comment? I'm curious about that one as well. Do you want another but more moderate form of Islamic leader? Or is it completely going to be changed too? That would be interesting. So, Michael, why is it illegal for Netflix to have a white couple in anything they release? Yeah. Why is Disney got to change all the princesses and princes to whatever they're not supposed to, or whatever they weren't written? I mean, I agree on that one. All right. What is the update? I'm getting behind here. What is the update about Obama's Iron Man project? Is that a real thing? I'm trusting you, man. Error, I'm trusting you. You haven't got me wrong yet, but Obama's. I really hope you're not bringing me somewhere that I'm going to pop up some weird old porn or something. We're building Iron Man. All right. Well, that's 2014 though. All right. That's old. That's old. I've never heard of it. 2014. But you know what? Just for you, Error, I will look that up. So Obama's Iron Man. Let me get back to you. Iron Man project. Ask me later. That's the cool stuff. All the cool people are doing. So ask me about that later on. We'll go back to that one. All right. So our family tradition, every Valentine's, mom takes a son out. No naughty stuff anymore. So since Trump came back, he's changed it. I've been edging all year. It's my turn tomorrow. I'm gutted. Dan, I got other people I got to worry about. I'm not sure, but good luck to you on that one. So, all right. How many countries have you been to? How many countries have I been to? You know what? Honestly, I've only been to 3, United States, Mexico, and Canada. That's all. Well, I guess I've been to the Bahamas. I visited a beach on the Bahamas one time in a cruise line. So there's that. I do have I am actually, believe it or not, Harpreet. I'm going to Taiwan in July. So I'm really wondering, number one, if Taiwan's still going to be there, if Taiwan's still going to be Taiwan in July. So I'm kind of curious to see how that all plays out. And that's the interesting thing about it. So I don't know. So that'll be like 4 or 5. But yeah, I've been a couple of the islands just on cruise lines and that kind of thing. But that's about it. Okay. Yeah. So Arden, thanks for coming. So no communication's only killing us. Damn, that sucks, man. That sucks. You would think. And then Error is asking a question. Arden, do you like Goldie Gamari? I don't know who that is, but okay. Hey, Leo Lee, have you seen what happened in UK? A plan for the biggest attack was found days before it took place on a Jewish school in a white majority town. Anyway, by the way, Leo Lee is the king of Jamaica. So if you have any questions for him about the islands to the south of America, talk to him. So thank you. It's good to have royalty back in the channel here. I like that, Leo Lee. By the way, we're hitting 45 minutes. If you guys are here for the first time, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. You can find me on all the social media platforms too as well. But yes, please just like and subscribe. I love that. Have you seen? No, UK. I think Leo, I heard something about that, but I didn't look at it. Thank God they found it though. And it's too bad about that Canada one too, and the British Columbia too, where was it 9 people died, I think it was, plus the shooter, the transgender man that thought he was a woman. God, that guy went psycho, didn't he? If you guys see, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, he shot up a school, of course, killed his mother and his brother at their home, and then went on a shooting rampage through a school and just it killed one teacher and the rest were students. I mean, it's awful. And the school was really small. It's like 150 kids or something like that. Really small little private school, I think, or whatever. I don't know. That sucks, man. But I was watching videos of that guy after he was arrested. Man, that guy is psycho. And it's like, come on, his mom, God, I don't know. Anyway, there's the whole thing. So on a Jewish school, yeah. All right. So, LOL, Saudi is a murderous dictatorship. All right. Well, there's that too. All right. So is it true that when around, jeez, Michael, Michael, when we started having a good decision, a good conversation, you bring it back. I tell you that. I'll give you credit for that. Who's that? So he doesn't know who that is. All right, the king of JJ, Coolman. What's there? I was like an LO Cool J. The king of JJ. Oh, you're talking about Jamaica. Yeah. Coolman. Yeah, I got you. Coolman. I see it now, Stuart. It took me a minute to get the dad joke in there, but I filled it out. I got it. All right, very good. It was a public school in a small town. Is that what it was, Harpreet? Okay. Is that what it was? Okay. Are you in British Columbia at all or what? But it was a small town, right? I mean, a small school. I mean, it was like, I think if I remember correctly, and again, I'm trying to do this fast and just go by top of memory. I think it was only like 150 kids or something like that. So, I mean, just to lose 4, just to lose 4 at all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. It's horrible. It's horrible all around, but yeah. Small town. So they had 2 cars filled with explosive AK-47. They were playing on a ramming event and booming the car and puking on the crowd until there were nobody left. God, that sucks, man. Yeah. No, Leo, I'm going to look that up. That's horrible. That's horrible. So UK crisis averted. All right. But hopefully that pops up for his stop bombing. Stop attack. Yeah. I'll look at it. Thanks, Leo. No, I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I'm sure it's out there. You're in Ontario. Okay. You're okay. Hey, Harpreet, what do you think about Alberta leaving? What do you think about Alberta leaving Canada? What do you think about that? Is that a thing? I mean, is that going to happen? Are they going to have enough signatures on the ballot to actually do that? I don't know. And what's going to happen? Do they even want to go independent? Do they want to become a part of the United States? I mean, somebody put on here the other day that they're the 3rd largest oil concentrate of the world. So, could that happen? But we have the technology and ability to make all schools safe, but we don't want to incur the cost of doing so. That's the tragedy. Yeah. Yeah. And having the security, not only that too, it's not only the whole thing, but at the same token, you want kids to be kids. You want them to be able to live a life. You don't want them walking through metal detectors. You don't want them to have armed guards everywhere. You really don't want them on camera all the time because they're kids. So there's that balance. There's that really, it might be a cost thing. Sure. It could definitely be that, but at the same time, you just don't want to really think, and there's the mentality of it'll never happen to me. It'll never happen here. It'll never happen at this school. It'll never happen to my kids. And you just get people that just kind of let their guard down because it's it. But that's the hard thing. And that's where the decisions need to be made overall. But I agree with that on that one, bro. Welcome back. Hey, at least you're getting my watch hours up, Sad Acorn. I appreciate that. Yeah. The longer you watch, the more my watch hours go up, which is what I'm actually headed up to right now. Trying to get my, besides my subscribers up. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. But I got to hit 3,000 hours in order to get somewhat monetized a little bit. And I'm working on that right now. So you guys bringing in and just hanging out with me on this chat is just added to my watch hours. So you guys go right ahead and keep putting jokes in there and talking whatever you want to, because it just helps me in the long run. So anyway, but it's also fun. So Arden, what have I seen Iran people? Is it PPL? Is that people in, I'm not sure your abbreviation of there, but fill that out a little more though. And I don't know what Yo UOW background. I don't know what that means either, Art. And so again, I know there's a language barrier, so I'll give you a minute, but yeah, I'm just glad you're like safe. I mean, that the whole time, but man, I don't know. But Harpreet, let me know. I'm curious though. What do you think about Alberta though? So I got two questions going. What do you think about Alberta? And then, Art, whatever you're exactly discussing. Hell yeah, bro. Love the message. You seem like such a chill guy. Hey, it's good to be included there. It's good to be a part of something. It's always nice when you can find the people, the people you can really be a part of. And thank you, Sad Acorn. Now we're like that. We're yellow hearts together. All right. We did hit 50 minutes. So if you guys don't mind, please take a moment. Please like and subscribe. I don't think you guys really have tonight, which I know there's some new people on here, which either you guys really hate me and you just want to like do stupid shit, but please like and subscribe. Otherwise, this is like completely wasted on the whole thing. No, I want to get rid of that. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to do something different here. History, watch light. Anyway, put it on there. I did put one big video out there today too. It's about what's the focus of your library. And I did a big deep dive. Oh, I'm going to put that up there. I did a big deep dive with some people I met about basically the pornographic books that are in schools and in put that up there too. Books that are in schools and also in libraries. And that was a big deal. It's a long one though. I gotta warn you. Most of my videos are literally about 12 minutes or under. I've been going over that for a few times a year. I don't know if I'm getting like more comfortable on the microphone or what, but I try and keep them about 12 minutes. That's about my attention span. So I kind of like just leave it at that point. And you know what? I think we lost a few people actually, to be honest with you. Oh, I meant, have you seen people and behind you is cool. I meant, have you seen people? Okay, so the people behind me are basically, obviously Trump. I've never met Trump though. I've never seen him in person either. I actually look at that. But no, a lot of that stuff just random stuff that I wanted to buy, and because I run this channel, I put it as a tax write-off so I could buy it with tax money. That it's free money, right? Taxpayer money, or not taxpayer, tax write-off. Anyway, I'm making myself laugh, but a joke that's not funny at all. But all right. But thank you, though. I appreciate it. On the other hand, our children are susceptible to forms of danger anytime they leave the home. So a calibrated risk assessment is necessary to function in any society. Yeah. Agreed. And that's the hard thing. Have I seen Iran people and behind you is cool? So no, I've spoken with a few Iranian people here on this channel over the last couple months or whatever. Not many, but a lot of it was before the before the government started with whatever you want to call it, the coup or whatever you else want to talk about that. So I don't know. Bruno says things do not have joy anymore. That's interesting. That's like a philosophical question. Elaborate on that more a little bit, but I kind of, if I know maybe where you're going, and welcome to the chat, by the way, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, there are certainly, I would probably point it at just cell phones. I think people just don't know how to express their actual opinions. And that's where it kind of brings down the joy of it, because everybody wants to be the best version of they can so they can put it out on social media. And so all of their friends and all their strangers they don't even know or never meet will like what they have to say, myself included. Sure, why not? But is that actual real joy? Do you really feel great? When you hit 1,000 or 100,000 likes, subscribers, do you feel joy when it's all said and done? And that's where that thing is. And I would probably say no, but then at the same time, you got people that are just like, want to get to that point because it's there. And that's kind of the whole thing on that one. Thank you. Hey, yeah. Katona budget. Actually, thank you. We were actually doing that. I spoke at Knox County Commission in November 2024 and brought some of those books to the county commission and did a little show and tell. Okay. All right. But, hey, Arden. Yeah, appreciate it, Arden. Have a good night, man. Sleep well. Okay. It's good talking to you. Thanks for your information. Keep us updated, though. Let us know what's happening in Iran. I do like that. it won't let me put what I want to tell you. All right, Leo. Sorry, Ketone, I get sidetracked. Hey, it's great to have you on this chat, though. It's really nice. Again, I put there on the comments that one video. I don't know if you responded to that video, but the thing you sent me, it blocked. It came up, said private video. I couldn't see it. So I would imagine if you're doing that, we might run in the same circles. This is honestly though, we'll talk privately maybe later on. This channel is more of a selective United States thing. We don't talk a lot about local stuff, but you and I can probably talk maybe on a different platform or so. I do want to do that, and we'll talk. But you know what? Actually, I'll look that up because I mean, obviously everything's online. So November 24, that was a Knox County Commission. Okay. Let's talk about that. But again, I don't do a whole lot of personal stuff on this, just because. That's all. Just because we're talking, you never know. But anyway, Katana, let's definitely figure that out together. We'll do that. All right. So here, the fat Muppet. I don't believe ever having Facebook or Instagram and being an authentic human being goes hand in hand. Yeah, that's a big one. That is that. See that, and that's my exact point on that one. And Stuart says, joy is an inner strength. Outward circumstance doesn't affect my joy. Yep. Yeah, but where's that balance of kids don't understand that? Like the kids that under 25. Yeah, Stuart, they just don't get that. They think the inner strength is the outer strength as well, and that's kind of the whole play behind that. So, Bruno, people have to combine joy with work. That, oh God, Bruno, that is, I think you just nailed it. Actually, that's huge because I mean, if your whole life is going to work 9 to 5, doing something you hate, you will never find joy. I mean, and that's the hard thing. But I always there's that old thing too. It's not me. There was a saying somewhere along the way is like, doesn't matter what you are, doesn't matter what job you have, be the best at your job. If you're a janitor, you be the best goddamn janitor that's out there. If you're the airport guy doing the suitcases, you'd be the best guy doing the suitcases. I mean, that whatever in life would you hit, do your best job and make it that. And maybe you'll find joy in that. Maybe. So that was the whole thing on that one. I like it. Oh, Sherry, I just realized who you are. You see, the name threw me off. Okay, Sherry. Okay. Anyway, Sherry, thank you. I'm with you now. Why did you tell me that? What, was I supposed to know that Katuna budget was you? Come on, Sherry. Oh man. All right. Now I got it. Oh, I love it. All right. Very cool. All right, Sherry. Oh, good. Hey, I'm actually Sherry, now I know who I'm actually talking to. I was hoping talking to Nate Mullins on there as well, but so that is funny. I didn't know it was you. That's cool. So we'll definitely talk later on. All right, did that guy in the 1940s do anything wrong besides? Oh, geez, Michael, did he do anything wrong? Yes, he did something wrong. Michael, welcome back. Thanks for bringing that back. All right, so King Leo, what has happened before in the UK and Australia? They hate Jewish people, but paint them out to be the villains for defending their motherland. That's an interesting take. You're beyond me on that one, but all right, I'll go with the King though. Fix a video, you can watch it. You have the link. Okay, cool. I'll watch it later. Let me put it. Is that what you were trying to watch? All right, Thomas Slater, welcome to the chat. He says defund Israel. All right. Depends on how much money you're actually spending there. But at Bruno, I love my job. Work as a nurse. I absolutely love it. See, there you go. And that's life and fulfillment right there, isn't it? So Jack Johnson, shalom. All right. Keto on a budget. my former life doing keto diet. Yeah, there you go. Life is like an old barrel. Life leaks joy, so we have to fill it now and then. All right, Stuart, that is the second time you've given me ideas for t-shirts. So I don't know where you're getting that thing. Actually, Stuart, I started a TikTok as well. I'm also on Instagram and too. I used carry a big stick and speak softly. I used that as my cover for them too. And that was Stuart Gorham stuff on that one. But I like the old barrel. That's a good one. I like that one too. Fat Muppet, I think work is a waste of time. I have important stuff to do, but I'm grateful for people who like to work. Sure. Exactly, buddy. That is exactly right. So it sucks. You know what? I mean, Nancy Pelosi came out there and said, wouldn't it be just great if the government just took care of everybody? That way everybody could sing songs and do poetry and life would be just grand. I mean, she literally said that in like a public meeting, and it was like, you shit me. There's nobody doing poetry. And, you know, if everybody didn't have to work at all, we'd all be fat and happy. We'd all be playing video games all day. We would not be singing songs and doing poetry with Nancy Pelosi. So that to me is something. But yeah, that's a good one. That is funny overall. But yeah, you know, if you are a taxpayer, if you have a job, make sure you do a good job, because there are millions, maybe billions of people around the world depending on your tax dollars to be sent to them by the United States government. So there's that. I mean, there's a whole mess of people in Minneapolis right now that, well, I shouldn't say a whole mess anymore. It's not very, very less amount now going forward on that one. So, hey, but we did hit 1 hour, guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. Please do that. Give me the benefit of the doubt on that one. All right. So King Leo, the shadow government use them as the villain, but they're they victims. We're all victims for a game for the wealthy. The guy in charge of Israel is a fake Jew from the U.S. By the way, wow, dude, you're gonna get me banned, Leo. I'm gonna start. I gotta make sure I read yours before I start doing it. And I'm surprised, yeah, that. Oh, you know what I'm wondering? Now that you said that. You know what's funny? So I don't know if you guys are following this, but on Leo's, I'm on Restream on this main platform that I'm putting this stuff up there, but I don't think it's actually showing up in on your actually feed to YouTube's feed. So I just want to point you out there. That's kind of nice. The good thing about Restream, some of the comments are being filtered out on YouTube. So just be aware of that. So type away, Leo. Do that. I do not believe most people alive purpose are to work, but some people are meant to do self-inquiry, but they are very few, and most people just pretend to be. Yeah, all right. You kind of lost me on that one, but I'll go with it. I'll go with it on that one. Thank you. I'm still going to call you Katana Budget, because that's just funny to me, but I found you on TikTok. Thank you. Yeah, I just started that channel. I don't know if you know, there's Glitter Me Allison. She's a guest host on here as well. And she comes on. We do a monthly end. If you want to take a look at that too, it's in there. And the funny thing about it is she's coming on next week, next Friday, the end of February, and she does a big thing. And she really wanted me to be on TikTok as well. And I don't know, I'm not doing anything with it, but she tells me it's great. So I'm like, I'll give it a try. All right. Hold on a second. Google Chrome. What is that? Google Chrome. Dude, you have matinee idol good looks. All right. Thanks. I appreciate it. You know, I'll take anything I can. That's cool. I don't know if you're a bot or what, but whatever. Anyway, welcome to the chat. Hey, good. I'm glad to have you here. The shadow government has banned me before. Yeah, I can imagine, Leo. That's what happens. But hey, found you on TikTok. Great job. My breast stays fresh. Yeah. I knew you meant TikTok too, Stuart. That's why I actually said that. So yeah, exactly. I saw you on that Isle of Trump in the pool. Did you? That's crazy, Vish. Man, yeah, that wasn't me. I did see that sometimes they come across my Facebook feed. That's cool. That's cool. I said I don't. What? Fat Muppet. What is it? I said I do not don't. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's a good one on that one. But yeah, anyway, yeah, check it out though. Again, pretty much if you're following me on YouTube, you're seeing everything automatically, because I put everything on YouTube, and I function out some other stuff as far as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever else. But anyway, Vish is funny. Let's see here, Vish. All right. Let's see. I have leaked government documents proved by points, but the government has taken them down. Good thing I have VPN. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Hey, Santiago, absolutely riveting comment. All right, well, riveting content. I hope so. I'm hoping to keep you entertained. We've been doing this for over an hour now, so with no breaks, no stops. I don't even have a drink tonight, but if I'm being honest with you, you're a smart guy. I thought Alex Brady. Oh, Sad Acorn, we're still around. We're not farting anymore. Okay, that's cool. I'd like to think I'm a smart guy. Thank you for that. Thoughts on Alex Preddy? My overall thoughts, okay, I'll start off and say this. He shouldn't have died, but he shouldn't have put himself in that spot either. That was his stupidity on that one. First rule you do when you have a concealed carry is, you're at a higher level of standard. So he shouldn't have been there. The guy was basically, I don't want to blame the victim, like someone accused me earlier of a completely different subject, but at the same time, man, you screwed up. And you screwed up multiple times. I mean, the law enforcement knew who that guy was because he acted in such irrational, stupid behavior. And then he goes and runs his mouth and tries to interfere in a thing, and he's got a pistol. I mean, dude, come on. I mean, you can't do that. So the overall thing, it's it's dumb. But this guy could have been a film star in another life. Not joking. All right. So that's my thought. That's my thought. And that probably goes exactly the same thing for Renee Good too. Again, it's sad, but you put yourself in stupid situations, and that's what happens. There's results. There's cause and effect, and that's exactly what they got. The FAFO. I can't help it. I can't help it. But all right. So Google Chrome has the hots for you, and you're rocking the salt and pepper. You know how hard it is to stencil that in and color that just so it looks just right? I got to color that every other day. It's hard, man. It's hard. Stuart, when you get as old as I am, you'll understand. All right. Conformists are the large majority of people. Oh, hold on a second. The thing's going too fast. I'll put it up there. Conformists are the large majority of people. Originality has become a trend among hypocrites. Yeah, actually, Fat Muppet, I agree with you on that one. I could see that. Yeah, especially in today's world. I mean, that's why so many people are just do the things they do because they're told to do that. Mainstream medium tells them to do that. So I agree. Send me $10, bro. Need some hot wings. Sure will. Righteous. I will. Can you borrow me your car, please, bro? Need to pick up my girl. Sure. 100%. Let's do it. All right. But what about Kyle Rittenhouse? It's no longer okay to have guns at protests, and someone should get him back on the stand. Yes. Okay. Good question. Good question. Let's put that up there. So Rittenhouse, completely different situation. Number one, he open carried. Okay. Number one. Number two is he didn't go messing with law enforcement. That he didn't do it. I mean, if you want to put those two things right out there, he knew, like, he didn't run up to and try and impede law enforcement. That was it. He was defending himself. And overall, if you remember what the whole reason that he was in, what was it? It was Michigan. I can't remember. Sorry. Again, I try and go fast. I'm going by memory, but it was he Michigan, but anyway, upper peninsula, whatever it was. God, I've been, where was he? It wasn't Minnesota, but anyway, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting way late here. Probably think it was Michigan. He went there to protect, I think, his father or grandfather's car business or whatever. He went there to protect something, and he went there, and when he got in the altercation, it was complete self-defense. It was 100% self-defense. That's why he's not in prison right now, and that's why he's not dead. But that was the whole thing with that one. And he was attacked, and he defended himself. He didn't go looking for trouble. He basically defended himself. So there you go. So there's the summary of that one. Sad Acorn. Great question. So I feel Gary, and I would never put myself deliberately in a situation that could be dangerous. Yeah, exactly. You don't. I mean, the first rule, doesn't matter what your weapon is. You make sure that you're safe, your family's safe, the people you're with are safe, and you leave the area. That's it. You don't go looking for trouble. So there you go. What is this? Google Chrome. Crosby, Russell Crowe, Bruce Willis, and someone else. That's awesome. All right. Wisconsin. Shit, I forgot Wisconsin. Yeah, you're right. I knew it was up there. I forget. And I actually drove through the town too one time I was going up there. All right, so humans are unpredictable. Cops are humans. Why should they be treated differently? Yeah, that's a good question. That's exactly right. I mean, those humans were put in a bind, in a situation. There was heightened awareness. There was heightened intensity. A lot of problems. Them or them. I mean, that's the thing. Why should they be treated differently? Exactly on that one. What's my favorite book? Well, my favorite book, I'll probably say at the moment, I would probably say this one, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, just for the financial habits of it. So that's the one that you basically got to understand religiously. I got 2 copies of it right here. So that's one. The rest of it depends on my mood. I mean, if you're asking me a real question, I usually have 3 books that I'm reading. I got usually a fiction book. I have a nonfiction book. And then basically I have a biography and some kind of biography about somebody. And I just kind of rotate those books depending on my feelings and what's going on that day and all that. So Michael, hey, Michael, I'm glad you're still here, man. I thought you haven't been here or chatted in a while, but I don't understand why a gay couple would want to be married in a church. Can't they at least pretend to be ashamed? Why would they? So anyway, way to bring it back on that one. But Hey, we are hitting an hour 10, guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed, I would really appreciate it. I feel like it's kind of late tonight with that one. So either I'm pissing people off or people are just not subscribing at all. But, oh, a few have. Okay, good. Since last time. So please like and subscribe. If you're brand new to this channel, you'll see a lot of different things happening. And we'll talk. We'll figure it out. So, all right. Love Rich Dad Porta. Yep. Seems demonic. God, Michael. Alex Brady was beaten to the ground by 7 agents for using his First Amendment right. They took the gun off him after he was in the ground. Okay. You can say that too. So, I mean, let's talk about it. The 7 agents, and I saw a lot of the AI photos, so I'm not talking about, but they removed the one pew that he had, but there's also an option. He had something in his hand. Now, it could have been a cell phone. It might have been. It also might have been a second thing. So, again, to Fat Muppet's thing on there, they're human. They saw something in his hand. They know he was a problem. They know that he had other altercations with officers. This guy was a known problem for law enforcement, trying to impede them. They showed the videos from that. So again, he was not, and I don't think he was not doing his First Amendment right. He was not. You can yell, you can blow the whistles, you can do all the stupid things you want to. He literally was trying to get the other person, either off the ground, if I remember correctly, and get them away from the law enforcement agents and impede the arrest. That is not First Amendment. Sorry, that is not. Sad Acorn, that's not. Sorry. No. So hopefully that answered everything. Around by 7 agents. And here's the weird thing. You say 7 agents. Okay, so what? I mean, he was beaten to the ground by 7 agents. So what? Could have been 20 agents. Why does it matter? It took 7 agents to get him down to the ground. That's how problematic it was. So don't put 7, the number 7 on there like that's a bad thing. That's what happens. So there you go. Now you get me in a bad mood now. They took the gun off him after he was in the ground and then shot him. Well, okay, I answered that question. So, all right. Back to this. You should try the Blake Morin PL series by David Mack. Christian based, but the main character isn't Christian. All right. I'll take your word for it. Let's see. What is it? Blake Morin. You know what? Maybe I'll find that at the public library when I'm trying to go after other stuff. How about that? How about that? We'll do that. All right. So book. There we go. All right. I don't think the ritual of marriage should be imprinted into people's mind as a life goal. Yeah. I agree. I mean, yeah. I mean, who are we to tell anybody what their life goal is? So I agree. So Michael, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that very much. Thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate the support. King Leo, there's a real big conspiracy theory that I have seen with my eyes to be true. I have tried to put his name, but it won't let me. What? Use code then. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. All right. So Sad Acorn, you don't even have the right to imprison someone for what he did, let alone murder them in the street. He's still farting though. All right. Hey, you know what? Honestly, listen, Sad Acorn, I appreciate the conversation. That's the important thing about, I think that's what's breaking down with society right now, especially in America, that we can't have that conversation. We saw the same video. We saw different viewpoints. We're having a conversation about it. That's what's cool. Plain and simple. That's it. I mean, I'm not saying anything I wouldn't say to my mother. You're not saying anything you wouldn't say to your mother. We're just having a conversation. So that is it. Yeah, but so again, agree to disagree. Fantastic. We're still farting though. All right, we're all right. King, I can tell you something that shouldn't get me in much trouble. Jeffrey was the creator of Bitcoin. It was the reason for the 2009 maker. Man, what evidence you have of that? Because that would be crazy if that's the case. Not that I'm saying I don't believe you, but that would be freaking crazy if that's the because right, we don't know who actually started Bitcoin, right? I mean, we don't know that at all. So marriage is a God-centered genesis. If you have no plan of living that principle, then don't get married. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's true too. That's very true. It is cool. I appreciate you as a person, farting brother. All right, there we go. Fart on. There we go. Good. You're the only person who doesn't get offended by my opinions. Oh, really? Shit. All right. I think ice has been soft. You know what, Fat Muppet? I thought you made some actually good points. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, same thing I said to Sad Acorn. I mean, again, having conversations the key. That's the important thing. But I actually thought you had some pretty decent things to say. So anyway, keep it up, man. Keep it up. I hope you subscribe. I hope I talk to you again. But anyway, keep going. Anyway, sorry. I have evidence put if I good, Leo. All right, let's figure that out. You think ICE has been too soft, Michael? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wanted to be in law enforcement when I was a kid, and it's a tough job, man. It's a very tough job. So, how to not get shot by ICE? Step 1: don't be a total retard. Yeah, there's that too. I have the ends put at the screenshot if they have the right to break my door and raid me. There you go. See, you always have a backup plan, buddy. That's good. Always have a backup plan. Let's see here. Oh, cool. I'm looking at some. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm looking at some comments here that some people put on some of the videos. So that's cool. Yeah. Definitely go watch that one video that I put up there. Hey, Fat Muppet, I appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Definitely look at some of the videos I put on there and do that. I like garlic flavored ice cream. Well, you're weird, Dr. Not So Happy. Wow, we were just talking about joy, and here's Dr. Not So Happy. So that's funny. You are weird. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, welcome to the chat. If you can bring something other than garlic flavored ice cream, that's fantastic. Let's put that on there. But hey, we're actually at an hour and 15 minutes. If you guys don't mind, please like and subscribe. I'm actually at 599 subscribers right now. So I'm not saying, but there's no prize for being 600, but that would be really cool. And I'd be very, very happy if I can do that. And I would just be refreshing here. But anyway, why be offended by others' opinions unless your opinion punches me in the face? Then not a problem. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's a good way to look at it too. Exactly right. And that is kind of the big issue. People take too much offense of everything in general. You seen those stupid things where like you step on somebody's shoe or something by accident and they like want to kill you, and it's like, dude, it's just shoe, man. Don't go to freaking prison just because you got your Pumas messed up. Stupid. That was a joke by Chris Rock a long time ago. Always stay with me though. Onward to 1,000. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying. I'll tell you right now, Katona though, really trying to get my watch hours. So make sure you like just everybody that's watching right now. If you guys don't mind, help me out. Go to the playlist, hit play all, hit the mute button, and just let them play. I just need watch hours at this point. So, but at my level, and then I'm told like once you hit 1,000, then you really get going crazy on that one. But anyway, so there's that. So there's my little shout out. I appreciate it as always. But I can copy and paste this. Copy and paste what, buddy? I mean, sure. All right, but do what you want to on that one. So, as King of Jamaica, Leo, you can do whatever you want to. All right, suggestions that Peter Mandelson may have shared government information with Jeffrey Epstein amid the fallout of the global financial crisis. Is that coming up on YouTube? Can you guys read his comments? No, that's funny. So again, Leo, it's not, if you guys are seeing that in the screen there, that's a comment in Restream, but it's not making it to YouTube. So glad I'm able to do that. All right. So Peter Mandelson may have shared government information with Jeffrey Epstein amid the fallout of the global financial crisis, are being investigated by police. Emails between Mandelson. Well, the interesting thing that I don't understand isn't it like a big question about where Epstein got his money from? I mean, isn't that like a big thing? I mean, I know he's a big wig in finance, it's always finance and all that stuff. And, but like, how did he get that rich? So that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'm going to write that down. Mandelson, Epstein. Okay. All right. This man is Tennessee tolerant. Chill or be chilled. That's very funny. That is very funny. Yeah. So it's weird that it's not showing up. So whatever, the gods of YouTube are funneling out stuff, and that's pretty crazy. But yeah, thank you, Katona. Thank you for doing that. Please, again, run that through and then share it with everybody you possibly can. That would be awesome. That is funny on that one. All right. So let's see here. Nope. Still at 599. All right. Well, we'll figure this out. So I'll make my announcement at 120. I don't know. Katona, do you think I'm pretty chill and Tennessee tolerant? You think so? We'll write that up there. Is that coming through? Hopefully that's coming through. For God's sake, that's not bad. But my mama always said, don't be offended. Let it roll off like water off duck's back. My daddy always said, if you're mad, scratch your mad place and get glad. Okay, glad. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, Stuart, there's my shirt. Yeah. so Katona, Stewart's he's writing me all a bunch of shirts that we have. We're gonna make a shirt line. We're gonna do a whole apparel thing for Truth Between Lines and all that stuff. And that might be a shirt. Scratch your mad place. Scratch your mad place. That's gonna be it right there. I might steal that. I'm gonna have to give you some royalties on that. But scratch your mad place. I like it. I'm just imagining the picture that could be on that one. So, all right. So emails. So again, let's see if this. Yeah, that one popped up. It's funny that one popped up. Emails between Mandelson and the disgraced financier released by the U.S. Department of Justice are said to include market-sensitive details. This was at the time when Mandelson was in government. Ministers around him were scrambling to keep the UK economy afloat. There I did. There I did it. Huh. Interesting. All right, here's Fat Muffin again. What I find weird about Epstein is that he doesn't seem like a bad guy when I watch his interviews. Unlike a lot of people in the public, I think he's a scapegoat of sorts. That could be interesting. Yeah, royalties for sure. I guess. Yeah, I honestly haven't seen a whole lot of like stuff on him, you know. But I mean, you got to think about it in the grand scheme of things. You got to kind of like the guy to go to do all the stuff. They trusted him. People trusted him. That was kind of the whole thing behind it. You know, it's a weird situation. I mean, did they like him just for his money? You know, I mean, it's kind of like Diddy and all the other guys that are just gone. You know, it's like, did they really just want? I mean, why? There's a lot of stuff going on. That's the question. So, anyway, definitely something on that one. But t-shirts and mugs. Have you ever seen Nick Fuentes' mug collection? You could. No, I haven't seen that. Hey, Riot. Oh, dude, you're coming in at an hour 20, man. So, all right. Welcome to the Chat Daily, Riot. If you guys have not seen his channel, go check it out today. He did some stuff on Pam Bondi that I'm really agreeing with on that one. She had a very, very bad day. And it was pretty, pathetic, if I can use the word pathetic on that one. But anyway, check his stuff out, too. He has a great channel here on YouTube. But anyway, you are coming in really, really late, buddy. You got to go back and watch all the highlights and all that stuff. I've been on here around an hour and 21 minutes now. So back to Leo. He was the devil. There's emails saying babies taste like, fuck. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just when we thought he was a good guy, right? Just when we thought he was a good guy, you bring up that. Well, here's the other question. The weird thing I was watching about Pizzagate. You guys remember Pizzagate when that happened? And it was the whole thing about pizza and grape soda. And you had grown men talking about how great the grape soda and the pizza was. I mean, it's like, obviously that's code. I mean, we kind of can easily figure it out. So, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, here. Hey, is it Mushy Jays? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Cash Money. I didn't see Cash. I didn't watch that one, so I don't know. I'm taking your word for that one. But yeah, that's the Bondi thing, man. I don't know. That was interesting. I was actually watching that live when she snapped back at Jerry Nadler, and I was doing something else, and I was listening to it, and I'm like, oh crap, and I had to rewind it because I'm like, what just happened? And so that was weird. And then it kind of got off the rails with the whole thing. Cash, though, I have not seen, so I can't talk about that one. So I don't know. All right, so try to find any picture of Monopoly Man with a monocle. No, I don't think he had the peanut guy had a monocle, but I don't know about. I don't know. Is that okay, Michael? Are you talking about, what do you call that? That's not the Mandalorian effect. Mandela effect. Is that what you're talking about? The Mandela effect, when you think something is something, but then you realize it's not that what you thought it was. Anyway, all right. So Leo, plus really think about it. If a rich guy says I have drinks, girls, drugs, and girls on a private island, wouldn't you go, well, Leo, I'm going to back up. Leo, no, I wouldn't. I would not. Okay, maybe I would. All right, maybe I would. All right. Someone's getting dinner going. I'll put that over. So is my wife going to? No. All right. Leo, you're tuning into the man side of me on that one. But yeah, exactly. With Diddy, I think it's clear how fake he is, but Epstein actually exposed some truth about banks. Interesting. And Leo, I'm not going to say that comment, but I will put it up there. Yeah. Yeah, Diddy. Yeah, that was interesting. It was interesting how much money Diddy was actually making too. And good for him. I mean, as opposed to like being in finance, Diddy, he's talented for that matter. He ripped off a bunch of songs too, and of course Sting's song and all that stuff to make him absolute money. But hey, good for him. Pam Bondi question: did Epstein like little girls? Response: ice cream. Yeah. Stuart, do you follow Riot stuff? Do you watch this stuff? Like Riot, maybe if you can share in the chat your video on what you did, that'd be good. Like copy and share and paste and everything else. I don't have the brain power to do that, but if you want to put that on there, take a look. Anyway, hey, we're so cooked. Yeah. All right. So we are now at an hour. All right, guys, do me a favor. Be honest. We're at an hour and 25 minutes. I am at 599 subscribers. We have, assuming to the clock and the ticker's right, I have 10 people watching. If you guys have not liked and subscribed and you want to be my 600th subscriber, I would really appreciate it because I'm getting tired and my goal is to hit 600. So please make this end. No, that'd be great though. I would love it, and that would be fantastic. So if anybody else knows stuff, otherwise we can talk about Pam Bondi and who was the guy that said something about Cash Patel? Mushy Jays. What? So if you can fill us in, what Cash, like what happened to him? Because again, I don't know. I didn't have time to watch him, so I'm curious about that one. Put it in the comments and chat. Let me know. Elon Musk didn't know the code for cheese pizza and was just say it's normally. That's why they never let on the island. And after they said you got to stop, you're being dumb, Elon. I think I know it. Yeah. I'm trying to hit that 600. I don't know. They keep telling me it gets easier after you get going, and I don't know. I'm still fighting it. I don't have 3,500 people like you do, but we'll figure it out. Got people watching anyway. It's time for you to go get some wife time. I know, Stuart, but por favor, Brinca, he's back. So let's please jump. Let's talk about the existential crisis your neckline. For those that have not been on here before, por favor, Brinca always brings in the flavor on this one. That is fun. So that's awesome. That's good. I love it, man. Welcome back. It's good to see you back in the chat. Of course, again, you guys are pumping this stuff in. Like literally, I've been going for almost an hour and a half now, and now you guys come in to make it fun. So whatever, that's fine. Do you have any doubts in your mind Trump is innocent? I'm assuming you're talking about Epstein, Mushy J. For Epstein, yeah. I honestly do. I think he's innocent with Epstein. I believe this stuff because I'm looking at it too. Why would he do it? He was already the Playboy lifestyle. He had it all going for him. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. So what allures him? Like, girls? I mean, is that what's eluding him to, I'm sorry, not eluding, but making him wanting to go to an island with Jeffrey Epstein? It just doesn't fit the profile. Because again, he's hitting supermodels and doing all, P stars and everything. And it's like, why is he going to, that's not his thing. I just don't think it's his thing. So do I have a doubt? Maybe 1% doubt, but I don't know. I just don't think so. And maybe half of that is the fact that I just don't want it to happen either. And maybe I am blinded. Maybe I do have rose-colored glasses on. Maybe all of that. But that's the problem I'm looking at. But so there's my thing. That was my answer to Mushy Jace. Oh, I don't know. That's true. I swear it sounds like a comedy show, but it's real. There you go. My wife bought me a new saddle. It's causing soreness on my back. What the fuck? Come on, Stuart. Come on, dude. All right, he's not dead. You think Epstein's not dead? What? I mean, no. It's true. I swear it sounds like a comedy show, but it's real. I mean, no. All right, Leo, I lost me on that one. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you. Thank you, Mushy J. Yeah, I mean, that's right or wrong. I mean, and will we ever find out either? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So we'll figure that out. Figure it out as we go. Maybe we'll find out in 100 years when we're all dead and gone, just like we find out who shot JFK. Maybe we'll find that out too. But Jeffrey Epstein's alive in Israel. Woo! Girls are natural, attracted by fame and fortune. Why do we put all the blame on men? See, Pat Muppet, man, you talk about people don't like your opinions. I agree with you, man. I agree on that one. Most Trump supporters are completely one-sided. Yeah. Well, again, this channel is called Truth Between Lines. It's not called like let's just jump in the barrel and try and figure out one thing to make everything work. I mean, if I'm being honest, and I am being honest, yeah, I'm being honest, completely being honest. So, by the way, we are now hitting an hour and 30 minutes on this chat. Still stuck at 599. So if you're just joining me for the first time, that would be fantastic. All right. At least we know Biden was an actor with a mask. Just Google Biden Getty image face mag tag. Yeah, that's something on there. The only reason a billionaire would go to the island is to be able to do stuff they can't do anywhere else. So figure it out. Definitely nothing legal. Yeah, well, that kind of drills into my point. Is I don't know if he wants to do anything illegal. Trump. I'm talking about Trump. I mean, I just don't think that hits his MO. I really honestly don't. He's a billionaire. He's got all this stuff. New York is his playground. Why is he going to ship off somewhere else? I mean, he's got, he had Mar-a-Lago. It's just weird. And I honestly think that if he was there, if he did something, we'd know about it by now. We just know. That's the whole point. We would know about it. But anyway, I digress. I bet there's no proof of Trump doing stuff, but it blocked it. I put there is no proof. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no proof that, and I just think there would be. I just think there would. Yeah, you're right. It did block it. That's weird. I that Biden would have released, Hillary Clinton would have released, someone would have released over that. Yeah. So real quick, as you guys probably see that on the screen there, some of the comments aren't going through. It's being filtered out by YouTube. So just be aware it's on Restream, but not on there. But that's the thing there. So by the way, everything that sounds crazy is most times real. It's the thought that it's so crazy that nobody will believe it's been true. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, right. Come on, bro. Again, I just thought. Well, I think I answered. I think I answered that pretty honestly and effectively. Let's just put it that way. But that's my thought. New York was his playground. I don't know. I wonder if he even traveled too much. I mean, have you ever heard like Donald Trump before he ran for president to be like in the country, other places around the world for that matter? I don't know. That's weird. If all your friends are peds, then yeah, well, there's that. I wouldn't know. I would not know, but then I'll make the argument then too. If that's not how it works. Says Leo. That's not how it works, says Leo. I would make the argument that when you're a billionaire, you don't have a lot of friends. You just don't, because it's just awkward, and you're always busy. You're doing something. You're probably working 60 to 80 hours a week. People like Elon Musk are sleeping at the actual office on a mattress in the hallway. I mean, it's a weird life. It's definitely a weird life overall. Birds of a feather. Well, yeah, birds of a feather, but I don't know. If you said Epstein was a real estate tycoon based in New York, all right, but yeah, but again, I don't know much about him overall, other than I know he was in quote unquote finance. So the finance, I mean, Trump had altercations with finance people because he always wanted money at the lowest rate he could. I mean, that was kind of the whole scenario was, he's real estate, here's mortgage-backed securities or whatever else, and they fight and they go back and forth. And so to be friends, to me, again, that's a loose term on that one for when you're at that level of society. And that's the thing. All right. Real quick, I pause for station identification. We have now hit 600. So I don't know who was the 600th, because I appreciate it very much, and I will remember you for life. If you guys don't mind, put it in the chat. If you just subscribed probably in the last 6 or 7 minutes, please put it in the chat so I can thank you. I do have 600 subscribers. I'll probably wake up tomorrow and I'll probably lose too, because that's typically how it happens on these channels. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but people like subscribe and then tomorrow they'll back out and they'll be like, damn it, I'm back to 598, but I am at 600. So you know what? I'm going to take a picture. Da-da-da. There we go. Cool. All right. Appreciate it. What about Musk's email about wild parties? Now him talking so heavily about talking about it in his favor of not doing anything. Sorry, the chat is moving here. Well, now talking so heavily about it. God, I moved again. Not talking about so heavily about it in his favor, not doing anything wrong. Must also wasn't the one to cancel the trip to the island. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Elon. I mean, that's the thing. I try not to overall follow it, but that's kind of the weird thing on that scenario too. So I don't know anything about Elon and Epstein. And I don't feel like I want to get involved with that one. What do you think about Michael Jackson in the room where he was protecting kids by taking them to his private estate? I heard that Neverland, right? That's the estate. I mean, now it's coming out that Michael Jackson was literally like bringing kids to his place in order to get them away. I mean, I think it's a little too late at this point. I mean, Jackson's been dead for so long now. Why would that not come out like weeks, months ago, years ago? I mean, I'm sorry, years ago. I'm getting late. Yeah. Oh, something crazy. So that's a big story, Jennifer Walker. Thanks for chatting and still saving on here. Oh, something crazy. JFK guy was beating to confession and told they would get rid of his family permanently. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. All right. Well, I'll say this, guys. I've been on here for an hour and 35 minutes talking like crazy. No breaks, no nothing. I hit my goal of 600. That was my silent goal. I didn't say that in the beginning, but I wanted to hit 600. Leo Jackson was at Diddy's party and Epstein Island. Definitely didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, sure. Believe that. Yeah, King Leo. Exactly. So, you know what, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go spend some time with my lovely wife that I love so much. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you guys remember that if you're married. Just everything. And just love the ones you love and just be happy. But thank you guys for your support. Thank you for putting me with 600. I thought it was a great discussion today. If you missed something or you missed the beginning, please go back. Again, I need the watch hours. If you guys don't mind, put some of my playlist on play and absolutely just watch them on mute. Stuart, that joke about the saddle, your back hurting. I got it. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you later. We'll see you next time. God bless.